Okay, guys, I'm so sorry I'm late. Okay, I'm so sorry I'm late. This is gonna be the most impromptu Beverly Hills expose and everything in between. Uh, I needed two buddies to come along for this ride because it's a ride that we're about to take you on. So
Yes.
you all know Shannon Van. She's one of my old school buddies, and now we have the housewife historian. She's also a YouTuber.
Yep.
So if I could get, we're going to be dropping links all through this. I saw some stuff on the internet that initially I didn't necessarily believe. It was, we're talking the spelling mansion and people faking identities and all this kind of crazy stuff. And it wasn't until I saw Jessica, the housewife historian, really like post about it that I say, okay, maybe this alleged story needs to get some more traction. And that's what we're here for today. So it's going to be a little different. It's not like where I'm going to give you like guys like the mess and the drama. We're going to jump right into this story because there's a lot of story. And then if we have time at the end, we'll go through like a short review of what happened on this. So it's being alleged that Ericka and her husband with dementia actually pulled off a heist of somewhere around 24 billion. Is that right,
Yes.
Jessica?
That is correct. Yes.
And we're getting thrown off the track with some little bitty 50 million lawsuit. I'm sure you guys have already seen that Ericka was served in the airport. I don't have to show you Ericka getting served at the airport because we have the details right here from the lawsuit.
Well, Ericka was coming back from a trip with Diana and Lisa. They were like on a girls' trip in Hawaii. And I found it really strange that these papers like hit the court docket like around July 14th. And I wonder if she anticipated the press to pick it up earlier than they have. And so she like took off to Hawaii with the girls to like, forget about her problems. And then she came home and got served, the 50 million lawsuit.
I was listening to you tell this story, Jessica, and we know that it was bad, everything that happened already with Tom. But now, with this being held over her head and knowing that it would be coming down the pike eventually, I wonder if that scene where she's crying, saying, "You don't know," I'm sorry, "You don't know how I sleep at night."
Ridiculous.
That scene when she was fighting, maybe that's what she was talking about.
Maybe. They are alleging there were 25 debit cards linked to this account. So, I mean, hypothetically, allegedly, his daughter could have had a debit card, the son-in-law, Ericka, the brother that's the dentist, and Ericka was withdrawing $2,500 a day from this account. Yes, and this happened in 2019, and Tom was like 83 years old in 2019, and he pulled this off. They faked a death certificate for the guy. They found a doctor that was in like his, first couple of years, and he owed a lot of money in loans, and so they paid him for his signature on the death certificate. Yeah.
So this is a crazy story. So let's get into it. It says new cases allege Bank of America, Merrill Lynch aided and abetted Real Housewives Tom and Ericka Girardi massive fraud scheme, imposing as victim's father and widow to steal $27.459 billion of victims' sovereign tower settlement and purchase of Spelling Manor. Bank still refusing to help the victims.
Yes, that's true. They basically, Tom played the victim's father and Ericka played the widow. So the one photo of her, it's in a black and white. I use it as my like thumbnail, is actually her leaving the bank after she had presented these like fraudulent documents. And this is where Bank of America comes in, because allegedly they were aware that Tom and Ericka were providing them with fraudulent documents like the death certificate, like identification as Ericka White. And then they still purchased the Spelling Manor under an LLC, an anonymous buyer, through an
like
LLC account. And as soon as they stole the money, they put it into an LLC account with the last name being Global, just like how it was EK or EJ Global. This was like NK Phillips Global. And so that's how they were purchasing things as well, you know, with the victim's name on the account. Now,
I have a question for you really quick.
Sure.
Do you think that this was a scheme that Todd set up?
She was going to take you seriously.
I know.
She was like,
for a second.
Todd?
I was like, Todd Kramer? Is that you?
No, Candy's husband, Todd.
So
I was thinking Todd Kramer from Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
No, Candy's.
Was that
Candy's
cousin
husband.
Todd? Is that the one that Scott would fake, like calling Chris? I loved Todd. Got it. Sorry.
Todd
Okay,
Kramer.
yeah, no, we play games around here. So let's get into it. At this point, the housewife historian is like a subject matter expert on this. She does not play. She keeps her ear to the streets, guys.
I am fangirling. I already told her, you guys follow. Seriously.
So sweet. Thank you.
So serious.
While we're here, before we start dropping your link, what's your Instagram?
It's HW Historian. Easy. Just HW Historian. Yep.
And I didn't mention this. I almost reached out to Philly Diva to see if she wanted to come on because we had talked about, or I think we talked about her coming on and doing one of these Beverly Hills reviews. I almost did it because I found out that you actually broke that story when Diana called her a dark content creator or black content creator. The housewife historian broke that story.
Yep. It was like a Saturday morning. By the grace of God, my daughter woke me up at 7 a.m. and
7 a.m.
and I saw it on there immediately. So I just wanted to start showing her some love and support. I had no idea that she was affiliated with Up and Adam. And he, of course, came in strong a couple hours later. But yeah, definitely was the first to break that story. I just, you know, she's so sweet. I asked her to come on my show as well. And she explained she's just really busy, you know, so I didn't push it because I understand. But it was nice to see everyone rally around her.
Definitely. I reached out to her as well. I got a super chat that says, I knew she was in on everything when it all came out. They're just evil and nasty.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sassy Girl, for that super chat and supporting my channel. And I agree with you. I do think she's a nasty homewrecker.
Close your legs to married men, trash box. Close your legs to married men, trash box. We'll call you later. Good night.
Y'all, I did it. Philly wants to come in.
Yay!
Can I drop her the link?
Yeah, send her the
link.
Send her the link.
Yes.
All right, got it.
So yeah, we're breaking stories here, guys. We're connecting people here, guys. This is what it's about.
Yes.
So continuing on. It says the unopposed civil case for negligence is for the return from Berkshire Hathaway owned Bank of America Corporation for the victim and plaintiff, chairman and CEO of the Hollywood Land Development Company, Nicholas Phipps White's $27.45 billion sovereign tower settlement issued as a U.S. Treasury check, in addition to the return of the victim's home from West Coast Escrow Company, a subsidiary of Anywhere Real Estate, Inc. That's a lot to say. He wants his money back.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Pretty much, yeah.
He wants his money back.
Well, I think that's a lot of legal commentary, but you know, they have to list
Emily?
they have to list all these agencies that are involved, and sometimes like the crooks do that on purpose to try to throw them off trail. So they have a bunch of LLCs. That's how they end up mentioning Rick Hilton and Hines. They mention Mauricio and the agency. One of the attorneys, a day after this transaction with the Spelling Manor took place, he turned in his law license and he worked for the agency, Mauricio's company. So there was a lot of people allegedly involved in this.
Okay. And we continue. It says the negligence case filed more than a year ago on June 7th, which in that part will assist the 500 plus victims owed $517 million of the Girardi bankruptcy, has been assigned to former U.S. Navy JAG, the Honorable Judge Mark Bloomstein of the Miami-Dade County, Florida 11th Circuit Court. An additional civil fraud case was filed on July 2nd in United States District Court for the Central District of California with the Honorable Federal Judge George H. Wu. Anywhere where Real Estate Inc. for the return to the victim's home by correcting the grant deed for the plaintiff regarding the property located at, and I'm assuming this is the Spelling Mansion.
Okay.
Also known as Spelling Manor, which was purchased with the victim's funds from Bank of America Merrill Lynch Global Consumer account without his knowledge on July 2nd, 2019. So basically, prior to COVID, guys, if this alleged scheme did actually take place, they literally purchased the Spelling Mansion just to have parties.
It was 6 months before COVID. This was 6 months, 8 months probably. It was in July. COVID hit in March. So.
And then she broke up with him like a year into COVID, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. That definitely sounds about right.
So what happened in that time anyways, okay, we'll keep going. This next paragraph is where it gets really juicy, guys.
He wasn't going to work.
They had to because these cases were they knew all these people were about to file these civil suits. So they had to file a separation and then they filed bankruptcy because they know they got to deal with all of that before they can start settling these civil cases. The bankruptcy is like holding them up. And then the fake robbery is, of course, so that he can keep anything of value. Do
you have a flow chart? How do you keep track of this?
I'm just I've been doing it for so long. I've been following it. And I love legal aid and injustices.
Got it. Okay, because I'm she knows. Okay, this next paragraph though, you guys, this is it. This is the good stuff.
Yes.
Well, no, this was the fact that he just outright said it. You owe these other victims $517 million, but that's chump change to what you stole from me, to paraphrase. I remember this, and this is partly why I didn't believe the story initially, because I followed the Spelling Manor. I thought it was so weird and quirky that this woman had 50,000 square feet at her disposal, and she had a room to just wrap presents. She had a room for everything. And the fact that she didn't give Tori any money, she was just this weird, quirky, rich lady who spent, I think, 5 or 6 years building a mansion. Her neighbors hated her. She sold it to a Russian oligarch's daughter, right? Because these people just have money like water. So I think it was $100 million or something like that. So that's what I remembered of the Spelling Mansion. So I had no idea that the Russian oligarch didn't keep it for his daughter or whomever,
right?
And it was sold to basically a Chateau Charest type person, somebody who puts their home in the name of the LLC, which people use to protect it as an asset. If it is your personal property, it can be taken away, but it can't be taken away if it's a business. So,
okay,
guys, this is deep. It says the unopposed Bank of America lawsuit alleges that the defendants, Bank of America CEO Brian T. Monahan and Merrill Lynch's president Andrew Sieg, were negligent in allowing a global Merrill Lynch consumer to be fraudulently opened 3 years ago on June 7th, 2019 at Merrill Lynch Coral Gables, Florida location, more than 3,000 miles away from and without the plaintiff's knowledge, an existing customer of Bank of America and resident of California, with a fraudulent Italian passport and a forged, unrecorded birth certificate.
We got to go back to that. That's important. We have to go back to that.
Okay.
For the plaintiff by disgraced and disbarred attorney Tom Girardi, naming 83-year-old Girardi as his father, and a fraudulent, unrecorded marriage certificate naming 51-year-old Ericka Girardi, although she looked 65, posing as a fictitious Ericka White as his wife and now widow. The fraudulent Italian passport Bank of America accepted was illicitly obtained from the Italian consulate in San Francisco by Tom Girardi, who was actually born in Italy and immigrated to the U.S. in 1954, not Texas, like he likes to say.
Oh.
You remember the John Wayne story?
Yes.
This man was basically the talented Mr. Ripley this whole time. With now expired immigration papers, Girardi could now face deportation from the United States.
Oh.
What were you saying, the housewife historian?
That's what I was saying. That's a really big deal, is that he's been lying about the fact that he was born in Italy and his, immigration papers were expired. Obviously, these people have investigated this themselves. So we, don't know 1,000% if the government would do something like that, but they could.
They should.
They should. If he gets
Hey, Philly Diva.
Hello, thank you for adding me in. Hi,
Yay!
I literally, my intention after I found out that she had broke the story, my intention was to reach out to you to do tonight's episode, but I had no internet service up until like 10 minutes of this live. This has been the craziest night. I worked at 11 hours, and now I'm here with you guys because I don't like Ericka Jane, and she needs to get exposed.
I'm sorry, I don't know your YouTube rules. I got a potty mouth, but
it's messy. It's a messy channel. It's
messy,
memes.
But we're trying not to curse so much today because I'm trying to keep my monetization. But I want to let you guys know, if you don't know, this is a little bit of a celebrity. She is the person who read Diana for filth, and Diana responded calling her a black content creator. This is Philly Diva, and she is now popping on Instagram.
Yes,
she was popping before, but now everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Thank you guys. Like, it's a very humbling experience. I
bet
it was really weird. I had it was just weird. It was just all the way weird. I had just started the page. I like to go on people's YouTube page and give my little opinions, like we all do. Shan knows me from Up and Adam, which is where, I would frequent the most. Up and Adam, DJ Richie Sky, just fun, light shade type recaps. So when she responded, I only had maybe less than 10 followers, 6 posts, very, very new. My page was maybe 3 or 4 hours old. So yes, I tagged her in my comment because nobody ever responds. I did not expect a response. It was really light shade, very, very, very light. And when she responded, at first I really didn't think anything of it, because I didn't hear any malice in her voice. You know what I mean? It was just more so, who do you think you are? This picture is old, and I did this and I did that. Okay, well, that's fine and dandy, but
am I the villain?
Sis, you still didn't address the point. That picture is of you, and it looks different. That's what I said. Oh, it must not feel good to be a black content creator. Well, you know what? Actually, it does. Thank you. For my first day, you gave me the attention. So it actually feels good. Thank you. And
use it to its fullest potential.
And honestly, that was what kind of happened. I'm on the East Coast, Philly Diva. Yes, I'm actually in Philly. So right now it's about almost 10 o'clock for me. So when this happened, it was actually around this time, which, not to sound old, is my bedtime.
I hear you.
Dubai is going off. It's my bedtime here. So when she replied, I went to bed. I said what I had to say. I went to bed. And I wake up 5:45, 6 o'clock. And when I saw my phone, it would not stop buzzing. It was just buzz, buzz, buzz. I could barely hear my alarm because it was just going off. And I'm like, yo, what the fudge? What the fudge is going on? I look at my phone and it's just it won't stop. It just would not stop. I'm like, crap. And a really nice young lady, I can't remember her name right now, but a really nice young lady, she inboxed me and said, I have a feeling she's going to delete this. You're 3 hours ahead. Go ahead and pin her comments so she can't delete it. So shout out to her. Thank you, and shout out to her. So I pinned the comments and screenshot everything. Good. So there's no denying what was said. There's no denying the context. And even to this day, I still have those screenshots. And I also have the ones of her friend who inboxed me a couple weeks ago and got me shadow banned. Michelle, remember when I said I was shadow banned? Yeah.
Yes.
When I got my account back. Yeah.
I liked what you thought really happened better. That's evil.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't get into my account. I posted a little poll, just joking around, like, should I start a GoFundMe for these BravoCon tickets? Like, what's really the harm in that? Is it me wanting to do a GoFundMe for BravoCon tickets, or is it BravoCon charging $3,000 for the fucking VIP package?
Thank you.
Like,
who do they think they are? We built them. And now they're trying. Anyway, just saying.
I'm not gonna lie.
Bravo was not it.
I would be working that room for interviews. I'm not even gonna lie.
And that's what they don't want. And that's why they're charging $3,000, because I can guarantee you my BravoCon would pop.
But don't you think that's almost the opposite? Because it's only content creators or people that do really well that have that kind of money that would want to go to that. So you're almost
some do and some don't. Like, this is something I do at 7:00 at night from 7 to 10, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Like, this isn't my job.
This is serious though. You've got a schedule.
Well, because I'm a single mom.
Oh, you're so smart.
I'm a single mom. It is just me and my daughter. She's only 7, so I can't. I can't just say, "All right, sis, I got you."
Not all right, sis.
here's the iPad and a popsicle.
I can't say, "Here's the iPad. Go play." Go play. But I have to be very attentive to her, partly because I'm a mom, but also so I don't get my house burned down. So
I think pretty much everybody on this panel is doing the same thing. Like, we're all just trying to make it at this point. I know Shan is the mom of a teenager. Housewife Historian is the mom of a 2-year-old, and Philly Diva is the mom of you said 7?
She's 7. Yep.
Y'all, and I don't have a child. I got a dog, a couple of dogs. What do you call that? Like, when they're not yours? They're not mine, but I'm helping with them.
That's okay.
He's like a foster dad for
foster, like a foster dad,
but not cute like that. By the way, don't give him all the ahs. He's mean to those dogs.
And only gives them 1 scoop of food.
That's like about 50 hours. But okay, Philly Diva, are you going to be able to stay with us while we read over this? Because we're exposing Ericka.
I sure can. I have a little project that I'm working on, so I'm up. It's called laundry.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, so we were at the part where now they're saying that the CEO of Bank of America and Merrill Lynch were negligent. We reached that level of corruption.
It's getting worse.
Disgraced Tom Girardi's 51-year-old wife, who we think looks 60. Ericka Nicole Girardi fraudulently posed as a fabricated Ericka White, who perpetrated to be the wife and widow of the plaintiff. Bank of America, Merrill Lynch.
Sorry.
Yeah, Nicholas Phipps.
I'm just laughing at the name he picked for himself. If you're gonna make a new identity, your name is Nicholas Phipps.
No, that's the real guy.
No, that's
my god, I'm such an idiot.
Someone's name, like
that's the real plaintiff.
He's playing the plaintiff's dad, so he's playing like a senior, like he's the senior and the plaintiff is the junior, because they're saying basically the plaintiff died and Tom's the dad and Ericka is the widow. Yep, which is really ironic considering they've been
say any of that.
Yeah, it's really ironic that Ericka plays a widow when they've been stealing from widows for like 10 years. That's like strange. You like play a widow and then you rob from them.
Hold on, keep it going. I gotta get my charger.
What is that? Art do something life? Isn't there like a
art imitates life? When art imitates.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Life is Bright. Are you talking about my thing over here?
No, but we can if you want.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I told you guys this has been a crazy day. This has been an 11-hour work day. I'm running
I could have kept
5
reading.
hour
I'm such
energy.
an idiot.
So, okay. We are all plugged in now. It says blah, blah, blah.
Nicholas
blah,
White's
blah.
chairman and CEO, the Hollywood Land Development Company. There you go.
Yeah, Bank of America Merrill Lynch aided and abetted Ericka Girardi by accepting, among other forged documents, illegitimate and unrecorded letters of probate, granting her control of the administrator of the Merrill Lynch Global Consumer Account. Bank of America former U.S. Secretary of State and U.S. Senator John Kerry served as Bank of America's Global Advisory Council chairman, which included Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan from October 2017 to 2021. Knew the actual plaintiff's father from Yale University. So he knew this man's father.
So he knew that Tom wasn't the person that he was signing the documents for.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So which is probably why nobody needed identification.
Well,
allegedly.
He stepped down. That's how, anyone that debates this CEO of Bank of America, who's affiliated with Tom Girardi, he did step down over this. So.
And go into hiding? This is horrible.
He stepped down, they're mentioning people like John Kerry. There's a lot of political things between Ericka and Tom because they gave a lot of money to campaigns. So, campaign people don't want to admit that they took orphan and widow money.
Or the police force, because they gave money to, was it
LAPD?
Yeah, LAPD.
And the son works for them actively. He's listed in the court dockets as well.
I'm sorry, make it make sense. Keep going.
No, that's why I specifically asked the people up here that are up here, right? Shan is great for stuff like this because she just needs some popcorn. The Housewife historian gives you all the details and facts, and Philly Diva shades the hell out of you.
Wait, what do you do? Do we need you?
Yes, we need a moderator.
Love you.
I put this together.
I'm like, we need somebody to rein all of this in.
Okay, so it says
the Girardi scheme. Oh, yeah.
Connecticut, where the plaintiff. Okay, so knew the actual plaintiff's father from Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut, where the plaintiff was born. Managing director of the Sovereign Towers, architect Mr. Lawrence Phipps White, grandson of U.S. Senator Lawrence Phipps, former treasurer of Carnegie Steel, now part of U.S. Steel. The Girardi scheme, aided and abetted by Bank of America, was intentionally done in order to conceal the $27 billion Sovereign Towers settlement and to prevent the plaintiff, Nicholas, who is the legitimate owner of the account, to not have any access to even $1 of his account, while the defendants allowed Ericka Girardi and others to unlawfully spend the plaintiff's global account. Additionally, Bank of America Merrill Lynch issued more than 25 unauthorized Visa debit cards to Ericka Girardi and the plaintiff's global account for a vast network of friends, political operatives, and associates of the Democratic political fundraiser Tom and his wife Ericka Girardi illicitly used. Talk about that for a second.
That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. Because if you have prosecutors and judges that are on the stand because they had a lot of campaign money coming in from the Girardis, and now they find out that this is widow money, this is like stolen money. That puts a wrench into the whole court system. Sometimes, you have people, when prosecutors get in trouble, then they look at all of their cases, and everyone that's in prison that they put in prison starts filing appeals because you had a dishonest prosecutor or a dishonest judge. So it's a dangerous, that's scary for them. That makes them nervous.
And it should. And me personally, if I was Ericka, this is where honesty is the best policy, and your ego is not your amigo, because she does not want to, in her words, pay Tom alimony and have a legitimate division of assets where she could then say, well, listen, I did not know, but here are all my receipts.
Oh,
I bet that would get her out of a lot of trouble. I did not know, but here is everything you need. Here are all my tax forms. Here's where we gave, because Tom has Alzheimer's, right? So in dementia, so he can't provide you these receipts. Let me provide you our joint statements. Let me provide you with everything that I received from EJ Global. Let me provide you with the diamonds you've been asking for and not file an appeal. Let me provide you with my closet full of clothes that I can't keep rather than sell it on eBay trying to pocket that money, allegedly. So me personally, like I've been in a smidgen of hot water from time to time, and I've had to open up my paperwork and say, well, here you go, Mr. Lawyer or Mr. Judge, and please take it easy on me. And what do we have to do? However, she's not doing it.
Well, that is kind of what I said. I think that she could have played the damsel in distress if she would have taken everything and said, I'll give the clothes off my back, the diamonds in my ear, in order for any victim to be made whole. Even though I was not aware of what went on, now that I know what went on, I don't want any of it. That's not what she gave. And y'all, okay.
A little bit of tea about that. I heard Tom Girardi kept paper files. He was old school. And allegedly, when all this happened, the Fed went in ASVAB suits and got all the files out of that office. Like they went, because he's been working in Hollywood for 70 years. He probably had files on everyone, they say. He worked with rich and famous Hollywood actors and actresses, and he kept paper files. The government went in like, not anymore. So
is this a screenplay, you guys? This can't be real.
This is next season's billions. I mean, you're welcome, HBO.
And Hulu and Netflix and everyone else.
And everyone else. Like, you're welcome.
Okay, so it says Bank of America had allowed fraudulent money transfers from the plaintiff's Merrill Lynch account to the vast network of friends, political operatives, and associates of Tom and Ericka across 16 states through Bank of America's Ericka Virtual Financial Assistant launched in 2018. And utilized the Bank of America-owned Zelle payment platform, which allows transfer of funds of $2,500 daily from the plaintiff's account. Assisted by Devon Investment Advisory, owned by Archer Systems, investment advisor associates of Tom Girardi's that Bank of America illicitly approved. With Devon Investment Advisor previously terminated by the SEC. Subsequently, beginning in April 2021, Bank of America converted more than $14 billion of Nicholas Phipps White's funds from the Merrill Lynch Global account to Bank of America's $25 billion stock buyback that was announced early in 2021. As I read this, basically, the CEO of Bank of America turned a blind eye when you have somebody saying they have $25 million in cash that they need to put into a bank. Like, why wouldn't you? Similarly, Philly Diva's friend, Diana, the reason that her husband was so wealthy wasn't because he was able just to amass this great amount of wealth. During the financial crisis, he actually saved Barclays because somehow he got a lot of Saudis to invest who just happened to know Diana, which is also why I believe that there was not really too much of a fight in court for the money.
No, that money was split right in half.
Because I do believe that whatever Diana did with those Saudis got the money put in Barclays, which made him one of the wealthiest men in England. And here's a little bit of tea for you guys, because nobody has really locked down Sutton's wealth versus Diana's. Nobody has specifically said how much Sutton is worth. But I got from Woman's Health magazine, who sourced this, that Diana was 6 times wealthier than Sutton. And they put Diana's net worth at around $300 million because of the drink that she has in 7-Elevens, made her about $78 million. Whereas they put her husband's net worth, which was at one point split in half, somewhere around $100 million. So just doing the math there, if Diana is 6 times more wealthier than Sutton and she's at $300 million, that puts Sutton at 40. Now, that's something you won't get from anywhere else.
Appreciate the math, but the only thing I really caught out of that is that you subscribe to Women's Weekly.
And you read it
on that one.
That's right.
It was an article that popped up on Yahoo, and I clicked on it.
Yahoo! But, you're that old. Oh,
People still use Yahoo?
I still use Yahoo. As the Real Housewife historian, I emailed her from my Make It Make Sense Yahoo account.
You did, yes.
But the point is,
And
Shan,
you replied to a Yahoo?
and this is why I get Shan and I troll Shan whenever possible because Shan trolls
Love
me
her. Yes, love her.
So okay, so that was just a little tidbit. So if we didn't know how much Sutton is worth, now Women's Health magazine, which is legitimate, has put her at about 40 million.
Well, she's still worth more than most of the other housewives.
Yeah, I mean, but we never locked it down, right? Because she never disclosed it.
Yeah, she said that's rude. It's so gauche.
I bet you Diana has hidden money just like clearly. Like, where's all this billion gone? They've all got extra money that we can't track down. They're all just ridiculously wealthy. The end.
Right. I'm with
you.
Well,
except for have like access to D&G like that. Oh yeah. Ew. We don't say her name here. In my presence.
Whose name? I'm sorry.
Okay, wait.
The rat-infested kitchen owner.
Other unauthorized transactions Bank of America aided and abetted the Girardis with included the wire transfer from Merrill Lynch account in the amount of $119,750,000 for the purchase of the Spelling Manor. It was disguised as an LLC without his knowledge as the anonymous buyer of the alleged birthday present for the plaintiff's wife of the Spelling Manor and located blah, blah, blah. The property was co-listed by the agency,
Mauricio's company,
and Anywhere Real Estate Inc., Caldwell Banker Realty, and the plaintiff was disguised as an anonymous buyer, represented by the recently deceased Jeff Hyland of Hilton and Highland.
Hilton, keep that name, yeah.
That's like kind of people are talking about that man dying too because he died unexpectedly.
Yes.
The tangled web we weave. I can't keep.
It's a lie. Okay. It's a lie. With the escrow by West Coast Escrow Company of Beverly Hills and titling of property by Fidelity National Title Group. Subsequently, Nicholas, without his knowledge of the home purchase, has been subjected to paying monthly utility bills from the Global Merrill Lynch account that were as high as $29,932.70 to the Los Angeles Department of Power and Water, while the vast network of friends, political operatives, and associates of Tom Girardi used the plaintiff's house for lavish entertaining. Additionally, the plaintiff's home was illicitly managed by staff from ABM Industries, brought in from their New York offices at One Liberty Plaza, the building of the original headquarters of Merrill Lynch. The plaintiff has been subjected to paying from the plaintiff's Merrill Lynch account for lavish around-the-clock embassy-style security services to ABM for the Girardis and their friends, operatives, and associates. That's why I said we have to say allegedly, because this story is absolutely insane and crazy, guys. And it's also insane that it's not getting a lot of coverage.
Because it wasn't filed through, I don't want to say the proper legal channels, but via a lawyer. So because it wasn't filed via a lawyer, it is not, how can I say this? Mainstream, newsworthy, credible. It is us on YouTube and Instagram, like saying this is what's going on law.com, allegedly. Like
it's alleged.
It's all alleged, and you know everything has to be said allegedly, even though these are real people with the things that happened in a sequential order.
Why wasn't it filed through the proper channels?
Apparently, this guy isn't a lawyer. I don't know why he didn't hire a lawyer, but
the billionaire didn't hire an attorney?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They did that investigation themselves because there's not a criminal. There could be a criminal investigation going on that we're just not aware of. But in this situation, this couple had to do all of this research themselves because it's not like the police came to them and said, hey, we think Tom and Ericka stole $27 billion from you. They had to figure out how they did all of this work themselves through private investigators and figuring all of this out. So that's why when they say it's like, not confirmed because it's not coming from a criminal state or federal, person. They could be investigating it. We don't know. Ericka could be cooperating and we don't know because they don't want other people to know they're investigating it. But politicians, John Kerry, these are big names of people that they don't want to be affiliated with something like this, because what were they doing in the mansion?
Well,
oh my goodness, you just reminded me of something.
It was
Two truths and a lie.
Guys. July 2nd, July 2nd, this was filed.
The two truths and a lie.
Yep. Wait, what's the I don't remember what the questions were. What were they? Or what were the answers?
The two truths and a lie. It was one, like, has she ever cooperated?
Like wore a wire and cooperated in like a federal investigation.
That's right. I remember the wire. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was something in those two truths and a lie, and that wasn't the lie.
Why would you be so brazen as to go on TV with all that? Oh, my brain can't compute.
Remember the Hulu series, that attorney that worked at Girardi and Keese, and he said Tom Girardi would tell his clients all the time, if you're doing anything illegal, do not go on reality television. And then he let Ericka go on.
I think he'd reached such a level, though. I think he had reached such a level of getting away with it. Okay. And he was already in his 80s. Like, why not? Why not do this? Why not show up with $1 million painting and present to her? Why not get her the whole set of Cartier rings? Why not do any of that? Okay. So it says, the current listing of the Spelling Manor property initiated by Ericka Girardi, posing as Ericka White as the widow of the plaintiff, was suspended on March 22nd after the fraudulent wire from Bank of America from July 2019 purchase of the Spelling Manor was reported by the plaintiff, the owner of the home. So the fact that this man is paying out of his money $29,000 a month in water and electric is absolutely insane. And the fact that he can't touch his own money is insane. And we thought that the Wendy Williams stuff was crazy. When you're talking like billions. But I mean, don't feel too bad for him. He's a rich Beverly Hills guy who didn't even really notice the $27 billion was gone right away. It wasn't like day one.
I noticed when $30 is missing out.
Well, they had to investigate it themselves because they didn't have anyone to help them. You know what I mean? So maybe he did notice, but he had to get somebody on it to figure out. I mean, if somebody stole your money, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, what would you do? But also the fact is anyone can go to the court and file like a document. And that's kind of what this guy did. But if you look at the actual documents, they're put together as if an attorney, like they're very professional, legally written. So it's possible the man could just have a legal background. His father went to Yale, for God's sake. So maybe he's like, I have a legal background. I have a friend that's an attorney and I don't have to pay anyone. And I'm just going to come up here and file this shit because this is what happened to me.
Okay. So,
sorry.
No, you're fine.
Don't be. That's
the
like
plaintiff,
thinking.
Nicholas, who is an existing customer of Bank of America, had previously and urgently attempted to contact Bank of America's chairman and CEO, Brian, more than 104 times to report the massive fraud and unconscionable acts allowed to be committed by Tom and Ericka. In fact, Bank of America CEO Brian Monahan had previously known Tom Girardi and received payment from the plaintiff's Merrill Lynch account to aid and abet the fraud. The plaintiff has also requested the immediate closure of his Merrill Lynch account and the return of his funds. Broker's licenses for both Bank of America's Brian Monahan, Merrill Lynch President Andrew Sieg, and Devon Investment Advisory, owned by Archer Systems Misconduct, were reported to the Securities and Exchange Commission. The missing U.S. Treasury Sovereign Tower settlement check, I swear to God, guys, this is not an easy read.
From February 26, 2021, which was reported on April 26 to the U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland and occurred during the tenure of blah, 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 skip, illicitly deposited by Ericka Girardi, who was posing as the plaintiff's widow, Ericka White, into the Merrill Lynch global account. The subsequent 25 Visa debit card fraud at Merrill Lynch has been properly reported to the U.S. Attorney blah, 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 on September of 2021, which led to one of the largest financial institutions' leadership shakeups announced by Bank of America on September 10th. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Central District of California, Attorney General Rob So-and-so, and the LAPD Sheriff Alex So-and-so, who had been notified regarding the fraud. I want one of those cards. No, I don't. It's not my money. I want one of those cards.
Can we revisit the 2 truths and a lie? Because I looked it up and Philly was correct. Ericka stated her 2 truths and a lie were I wore a wire and was a witness in a government case, or I was adopted, or I used to work for the mafia. That was her 2 truths and 1 lie. And she never told us which one it was, I think. Oh, the lie was she was adopted. That was the lie. She was not adopted. So that was.
And she didn't list Lady of the Night?
It was 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was 2.
Okay.
Only put 1.
Additionally, the matter for the return of the Sovereign Tower settlement to the plaintiff had been submitted by the plaintiff's Senator Dianne Feinstein to the bipartisan U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee in regards to outreach for the Girardi victims. Blah, 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 blah. The violation by the realtors and attorneys regarding the Spelling Manor, which include fellow reality cast member Rick Hilton of Highland and Hilton and Mauricio Umansky of The Agency, in addition to Caldwell Banker Realty, Tony Papillo, Jade Mills, and Michael Caruso, broker for California for The Agency, have been reported to the California Department of Real Estate Investigation. Attorney misconduct complaints have been filed for the California State Bar on Tom Girardi and now the defunct Girardi Keys law firm. We're going to skip through this. So basically, guys, Mauricio's involved. We're not surprised. Rick Hilton's involved. We're not surprised. Another, I'm sure one of the agency's top people is involved. We're not surprised. Why wouldn't you want to say that you were part of the Spelling Mansion sale? The Spelling Mansion was 50,000 square feet and at one point the largest single-family residence on the West Coast. $119 million is a nice chunk of change in their pockets, and it's not like Mauricio isn't known to be shady.
I have an alleged question because I know allegedly he was allegedly having an affair with the young lady from Selling Sunset, allegedly. Because I don't want to be shadow banned again, so I'm just going to allegedly.
No!
They're not following you.
Right.
No, they're not.
They're not following this channel, but if you guys want to call in Kyle, Ericka, Mauricio, go ahead and I'll drop the link for y'all.
Yes.
There just seems like to be a lot of backroom deals with very specific people moving in very tight circles, which is, I mean, how the wealthy stay wealthy. But it just seems very... It just doesn't seem right. There are pieces there that make sense, but on what, but there are also pieces like something isn't. How can I say this? There's
something ain't clean in the buttermilk.
Something ain't clean in the buttermilk. Something ain't clean in the buttermilk. It's just some more missing pieces because although Mauricio is a big deal in real estate now, this is still fairly new success for him. Because, he was like a little intern for Rick Hilton up until maybe season 3. So this is still fairly new. So I see him very much, I guess Ericka came on season 5. So was that maybe 2008, 2007? It just seems a little, some things just are adding up, but something isn't right. And I feel that a lot of these, oh, sorry, don't mind my city.
Hey.
So Mauricio left the agency back in 2011.
11, okay. So it seems it's a lot of suspicious things with him moving, not having the agency long, leaving up under, like, I think that it sounds like allegedly the selling of the Spelling Manor was a way for Mauricio to get back into Hilton's good graces. Because when he
I remember that at the time people were saying that.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think that this was his way of getting back into, like, who doesn't want to be in the Hilton's good graces? Like, sorry about it. What I got to do.
I completely see where you're going with that. Why not? I mean, because they weren't even invited to the wedding. They weren't even allowed to go to who married the Rothschild?
Nikki's
wedding, and now all of a sudden
they're a Rothschild.
Now all of a sudden they're at they're at each other's homes and they're FaceTiming each other, and Kyle is not crying every day because her sisters hate her. Why wouldn't a nice chunk of change say I'm sorry and we'll co-list in the future? It makes sense to me, Philly Diva. But
Can you do me a favor and click amused comment so people know why I just sounded like I was having a conniption?
I haven't seen
No,
her in a
Amuse
minute.
said
What's up,
that
Amuse?
sound in Philly Diva's background was Diane driving off.
Oh.
Comment of the night.
That's funny.
Wait, you sent a super chat, Shane?
I did.
Thank
Why
you
haven't
for
you
this.
gotten any? This is tea, and look at this panel. So thank you.
Well, thank you for the super chat, Shane. I appreciate
No,
it.
thank you for this crazy mind-blowing tea.
It is pretty crazy, guys.
Wow.
Okay, so let's kind of jump a little bit because we're gonna get to the doctor part, and Jessica will be able to kind of like fill us in. It says the illegitimate unrecorded death certificate Bank of America Merrill Lynch accepted from Ericka Girardi, posing as the plaintiff's widow, was signed in 2020 by resident student Dr. Narek, for which he received payment from the plaintiff's Merrill Lynch account, which in part was used to pay off his medical school loan. Dr. Torreson had worked with Tom Girardi's celebrity family physician, Dr. James Keller, from the Optimum Wellness Group, formerly the practice of deceased Church of Scientology physician Dr. G. Megan Shields, who died in 2016. Consequently, Dr. Wortham's partner at Optimum Wellness Group, Dr. Nair, you know what? To stop really quickly and say this. This reads like a report from a detective.
Yep.
This does not read like a court document. It reads like they pieced together all these pieces of information.
Yes.
I just thought that was interesting. It says Dr. Shields' family practice in an attempt to conceal the fraudulent death certificate and fabricate medical records on the plaintiff, who had never been a patient of the family medical physicians of Tom Girardi, posing as the plaintiff's father at Bank of America. Additionally, a colleague of Dr. Torreson, now with Kaiser Permanent, blah, 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 to use his address of blah, 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 for the manufactured Ericka White, the plaintiff's wife and widow, in the fraudulent court documents accepted by Bank of America. Misconduct complaints have been submitted to the Medical Board of California Department of Affairs. So take it away.
Well, what I think happened was a private investigator, maybe like a retired police officer, probably wrote all this up and did some of the investigating, because they would have had to have, looked at the signature, identified the doctor. That could be a pretty big task if you don't know who you're dealing with. And they were able to find him. And, they kind of took advantage of the fact that he was a resident doctor student. And it basically, like, they didn't care who signed it as long as it was like someone that was about to be an MD. And I think they used his student loans as leverage, like, drowning in student loans. Maybe he didn't have parents. Who knows what his circumstances were. And here comes Ericka and Tom. And they, all you have to do is sign right here and say that, this gentleman's dead, even though he's not. And they actually paid him with the plaintiff's money, with the victim's money. They paid the doctor off for the fake death certificate.
And he's going to lose his license. So you're going to have to take out a whole bunch of new student loans. So was it worth it? Dumbass.
Right.
I want to do a little bit more research on this guy, because 27 billion is such a high number. This would put him amongst the world's wealthiest men. And I'm pretty sure the 27 billion isn't the only money that he has.
Exactly. So is that why this hasn't come out sooner? Because he didn't want people to start looking into who he is and what his money is.
Well, I think also
it's
like you hear a lot about people who get scammed and don't want to admit that they've been scammed. So I think that's part of it. I also think that it may have taken a while for him to notice $27 billion. And I say that, I hear you laughing, but I don't think it happened at one time. I don't think it was a $27 billion here. I think it was some money here, some money there. Because, rich people like that aren't like us, where we have most of our money on one or two accounts.
Right.
They have it spread out.
Right.
So I have 7, 8 different accounts, plus money market accounts, plus he's managing an account. I'm not thinking that money's not going in there. Plus,
I'm filing my accountant.
I'm filing my accountant. But I'm just
and the whole firm, because they all were in on it. Everybody's in on it. Do
Everybody's
you know
in
the
on it.
paranoia you would end
Everybody.
up with? This guy's
Mhm.
going to have like clinical paranoia, and I wouldn't
And
blame him.
They all live in
No,
Beverly
he's gonna.
Hills.
No, I think he's gonna sleep well at night and eat his baked potatoes filled with caviar.
With caviar. Jess, did you say he's in Beverly Hills too?
Yeah, they're
So he's
all
thinking
in.
the
He's in Beverly Hills too. Yeah, so that's what's really strange is because Beverly Hills isn't that big. Like it's kind of a small community. They only have 2 high schools. Like even Ronald Richards has said that they all know each other. So in the span of the time of Tom and Ericka allegedly, stealing this money, I'm sure that they, have crossed paths with this man or his family at some point.
This is insane.
Mhm.
Also insane. We have like 140 people and only 81 likes.
Come
y'all-
on, y'all. We
Hey,
can
smash
still do
that
better.
like button.
Hit the like button, guys.
We're
Okay.
funny
No.
and dropping tea. Smash that like button.
Yeah, and Philly Diva's here. Come on now.
Hello?
Don't do this.
Like, I
It's
feel like
hard
I
to
need
get
to
her.
spread the love,
So
right? That's what I'm saying. And Mims got her, not me, not Jess. Nope, Mims. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's keep it pushing. Okay. This is just so crazy. I'm trying here. I don't think we need this paragraph because this paragraph is just talking about like the insurance brokers. Okay. To date, Bank of America Merrill Lynch has refused to settle for more than a year and continues to acknowledge the reality TV performer as the fraudulent widow and the administrator of probate for Nicholas Phipps White's global Merrill Lynch account. It says where Ericka Girardi lives, and they list her address again.
Oh,
where
no.
Ericka Girardi lives within approximately 1 mile and continue to access the plaintiff's funds at that branch until the recent temporary closure of that account of that location by Bank of America management due to massive fraud and the unrecorded letters of administration and death certificate presented there by Ericka Girardi posing as the plaintiff's widow. I kind of wonder if Ericka's son, who she was so protective of, got one of these bank cards, or did she keep him completely separate from all of
Allegedly,
this?
he got one of those bank cards. Allegedly, those cards, when he had one, she had one. Couple of politicians, like there were several cards.
25.
Yeah, see? Allegedly,
25.
a lot of people had those cards. That's what I'm saying. Like, Bull just didn't not see $27 billion. Oh, sorry. Bull is a term we use here in Philadelphia, meaning a dude.
It's like a boy.
Yeah. A boy, like similar to a boy, a bull.
Yeah, a
Boul, bull.
I like it. There's
Okay.
another Philly word that I like, but I'll think of it later. Okay.
John?
Cheesesteak?
That's it. No, ew, beef. What did I tell you guys? Give up beef. Anyways, that's
Ew.
another chat.
Yeah, John.
That's why she's so crabby, y'all. This serious and grave unresolved matter continues to deny Nicholas Phipps White access to his own account or the return of his funds, $27 billion, in an effort to conceal the fraudulent transactions by Bank of America. The plaintiff is requesting that the court hold the defendants accountable for one count of negligence, and grant the emergency motion for default from Judge Bloomstein for the return to the plaintiff's $27 billion and the closure of the Merrill Lynch global account, whereby Bank of America allowed the account to be opened with a fraudulent Italian passport, which in part will help fund the $517 million owed to more than 500 victims of the Girardi bankruptcy. The matter is urgent due to the Bank of America policy set to expire on July 21st, 2022, which was taken out by Bank of America on July 1st, 2020. So I'm guessing that's the insurance policy that they're referencing.
Mm-hmm.
Just an FYI, the insurance is important because you can borrow off of that. You can borrow off your policy.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Just so you know.
Sorry, I skipped the paragraph.
I know you skipped that paragraph, and that's why I just wanted to put a pin in it, just because I was going to do insurance agency, work as an insurance agent, and then I took the class, and that shit was just way too long.
You work for the agency?
No, I do. My knees
No,
aren't
she
that
wanted to
strong.
work with Vicky Gunvalson.
Well, my knees aren't that strong, and I'm not a blonde, so.
Oh, she does have shade for days. She's like Kenya. Do you guys follow the blind items that come from like the Hollywood Days and Nights? Do you guys remember the one about the girl that was like traveling to a bank down the road once a week and allegedly putting money in a safety deposit box once a week? Do you remember? Did you hear that, Philly?
Yes, I did.
I feel like that's her going to that bank, withdrawing money.
Because it's and they had the pictures. I'm 80% sure. I think it was on the Bravo Snark side, but it was in her stories, so you may not be able to find it. But yes, it had pictures of when Ericka downgraded her wardrobe.
Is that like the days we see her at the gas station? Those were probably the days she was at the bank. You know, those days we saw her no makeup, bad hair.
She had sweats on. And in this particular photograph, she had the wallet in her hand in the car. Like they zoomed in on the card. It's not looking good for the kid. Like it's really not looking good. So you can't see the numbers or the names, but you can tell it's an older Bank of America card. So I don't know, a lot of people have Bank of America. I mean, not a lot of Black people because they don't like us, but a lot of people have Bank of America.
Wow.
That's proven. I'm not saying allegedly after that shit because that's proven.
So there.
But okay, yeah, so she's definitely right. We skipped over the paragraph where it kind of explained insurance and the way it works. But we'll go back to it. It says,
"No need is boring."
She gave you the highlight.
I gave you the highlights. They got the insurance. The broker is not supposed to do what he did, and they probably got the policies that you can borrow from. The commenter earlier was right. Yeah, it's not every policy, but you can absolutely borrow off of life insurance policies. So yeah.
So weird.
Okay. Well, guys, I think that's pretty much the basis for this lawsuit that's going to be coming down the pike. I really do hope that it starts to get more traction. And I really do hope that
Sorry.
I really do hope that people like Philly Diva and the Housewife Historian get their credit since they were breaking these stories and they put a lot of time into it. A lot of times smaller content creators are Black content creators like Philly Diva. don't get the credit that we deserve because we put in the work at the ground level. You know what I mean? That's why I love Philly Diva's story, because somebody thought that they were going to belittle somebody small, and it turned that somebody small into a powerhouse. And she has taken that baton, and she will run, and she will continue to read the hell out of Diana Jenkins.
Yo, legit, like
you just want to keep her on your side.
You're gonna make me cry. Like,
oh.
So I mean, seriously, the love and support that people have given me.
Aww. We just love you. We just want to shower you with
overwhelming. Like
we cry on this channel, so
that's okay.
Go
it's healthy.
It's been very overwhelming. Like I'm just this regular schmegula girl, like, and I just kind of give my opinions, and I don't ever mean anything negative by it. Like I wasn't coming for her. I wasn't trying to be mean, but the support that people gave me when they saw that somebody was trying to do something shitty and I was just trying to stand up for myself, I really, really appreciate it. So all I can do on my little content page is thank people who support me, just appreciate everybody who, does the groundwork and the legwork and allow me to repost and, credit them. And just, if I see something and spread something, and I just appreciate it. Like, I really do.
Girl, let's just think about Pretty Boss. Did I say it right?
Think about them, that growing subscriber count. Every time you want to cry, just think about that growing subscriber count. And the fact that she's probably coming and checking on your page to see how many more people like you than her.
She absolutely did. Like, she sent her little girlfriend to my page who got me.
She's a lesbian?
Blocked. And then they messaged me. Like, her little homegirl messaged me and was like, I don't think she meant anything by it. I don't give a fuck. Excuse me. I don't give a darn if she did or not. Like, it hurt my feelings and she was wrong. If she really meant her apology, she'd have kept it up on the page. But she didn't. She deleted it. She didn't mean it. So F her and everything she stands for. And I'm going to keep my foot on her neck as long as I see her doing something effed up.
And this is why we all are rooting for you.
I like this little panel. We might have to do this again before the end of this season. I'm not going to lie to you guys. My internet problems and then this lawsuit has kind of like taken our time.
Sorry, guys.
So we're not going to be able to get to that full review, you guys. But should we open up the panel a little bit for a couple of calls on the subject? We'll probably do like one at a time, though. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to discuss this lawsuit. And if you felt something really, really crazy happened on the episode, go for it, guys. I'm going to drop the link. We'll do like one person at a time. Since I have some celebrities, Shan, Philly, and the Housewife historian. They have dropped.
What? Wait! I didn't send my rider.
Good, because you weren't getting anything.
Like, my atomizer is empty.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, you don't know what an atomizer is?
No, I'm poor.
Well,
too.
An atomizer. Well, I'm in a medical state where, let's see, Pennsylvania, you are not allowed to.
Do you guys still not get it?
Yeah, they don't get it. In
It's
Pennsylvania,
like
you're not.
Oh, I'm here. I'm here. It took me a second, but I'm here.
Yeah, so my atomizer is empty.
Okay, I got you now.
Yeah. If we putting riders out there.
It's genius.
Yeah.
Because his would have Casamigos.
Yep. Yeah.
There would be real crystal glasses, not even like a solo cup. Oh, no. But if I had to provide you with the rider, it would be crystal.
Okay, we're bringing
it's
up
Lalique only. Hey, Corey.
Hey, Corey.
Hey.
What's your thoughts on this lawsuit?
Child, I remember I DM'd you this morning. I was down that rabbit hole.
This morning? I was that yesterday.
This was this morning, early. Because I had not slept. No, it was this morning. I had not slept.
So early.
Okay, where you at? Because she did reach out to me, and I was like, Corey, I don't have the bandwidth. I literally can't. And then
I felt one thing, then I went to another thing, then it went to another thing, then it went to another thing. I was like, what? This was outrageous. Outrageous. I said, the Spelling Manor, please. And
so where you at? Yeah.
Eccleston is not a Russian oligarch's daughter. She is the daughter of a Formula One billionaire of the UK.
Okay,
a
yes.
Russian oligarch allowed it to her negotiations with Candy to be successful because he negotiated the year before.
Weird.
Yeah.
So incestuous.
It is.
Are you and Lola gonna be covering this?
Yeah, we're gonna cover it tomorrow night at 6:40 Eastern Standard Time. I can't. I'm lost for words.
Don't this man look like Mauricio?
a little bit.
Sorry.
A little bit.
I
like
saw
from
that
the
picture.
same tribe.
Just let me say this though. Mauricio might not have known. Rick might not have known because this was his partner's deal. It was his partner's deal, not Rick's deal.
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter if you're a broker. You have an obligation, right, Shan? You have an obligation. So, and if it's something that large, I guarantee you, even if the person wants to be anonymous, the owner of the agency is gonna get a name. You're anonymous to everybody except for the broker who has to sign off for every. So no, I don't cut Mauricio any slack.
I'm not cutting him any slack now. I'm not cutting him any slack. No, trust me, I'm not.
I am still trying.
But I'm just saying, possibly not everyone knew. Now I knew Jade Mills knew because Jade Mills is one of Caldwell Banker Estate's highest paid, highest grossing, besides Sally Foster Jones, agents. This woman does billions of dollars a year.
And you know what? I'm sorry. If somebody at that level, somebody who might have billions already, dies in a town like Beverly Hills, people would know about it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I don't think that Mauricio did not know, because he's always smelling. Like, people think that real estate agents go after one sale. They go after the long game. They want your business forever. And to think that he would not do his due diligence twice, because we know about the other lawsuit that the government has against him from when that man was buying Porsche them cars and then bought that house in Malibu. Sorry, anytime I can say Porsche. The point is, I'm not giving Mauricio any slack.
It always goes back to Porsche.
All roads go to Porsche.
Yeah.
Here they do.
We're looking inside. We're looking deep inside. Like,
yeah, not only was
just
it
like in her
Mauricio,
vagina.
it was David. It was David Parnes.
I caught that, by the way.
Yeah, it was David Parnes and James Harris. They are the agency's top agents, and I cannot believe these are people. When I wanted to get into estate sales, I looked up to. I knew about Mauricio and Jade before I knew about Kyle. And when I saw them the first season, I was like, that's the guy I want to be like. And now it's just like, never meet your heroes.
Never meet your heroes.
Well, Corey, we got a backstage. We're only doing one at a time because there's so many people up here. Thank you for calling. Thank you for trying to get me to jump on this.
You know what I do, my friend. I knew you would love this once you got down that rabbit hole.
I'm tired. But okay. Hey, how's it going? All right. Well, I will see you guys. I will try
I love you guys. Thank you,
drop into your lives.
Housewife historian.
Yes, thank you.
I will.
Perfect.
Bye.
Hey, Lisa.
Oh no. Be nice to her, Mims. Be nice to Lisa.
Me and Lisa are buddies. We go way
There's
back.
that fan.
Lisa. We hear the fan. What's up? It's her laptop. It's not a fan. Were you here when we kind of broke down this story, Lisa? Where Ericka was stealing? Lisa.
Are you sure it's a fan?
Hi. Hi. Hold on 1 minute.
What? Okay. She's gonna come back up in a second. Next is Toria. What's up, Toria?
Hey, Mims. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
I saw you going off in the chat.
Oh yeah, you know it. I love Corey with all my heart. Her and Brandon, I love them to death. But Corey, honey, Mauricio knew. He knew. He's a slime ball. He's been a crook for years. And I want him to go down just like Ericka. But Ericka she belongs in jail. I'm halfway through the show tonight because I was over there with Diva and everybody tonight. So I'm kind of late on watching the show, which I really didn't want to watch it because I'm tired of seeing Ericka sloppy drunk and hide up.
So gross.
She's
Didn't it
disgusting.
make you feel gross? Oh,
it's just sickening. And the man, as far as I got in the episode, was Dirty Diana's boyfriend singing, and Ericka is trying to sing while he's singing, and everybody's looking at her like she's crazy, which we know she is. This is why I believe she's getting drunk.
You don't like Dirty D's gay husband?
I can't stand Dirty Diana. I started calling her Dirty Diana before everybody else did. She's
setting. Don't you guys want to see Mims dress up like him in the red velvet suit? I was hoping you'd come in costume again today.
Oh, I loved his. I loved his dress he wore the other day. That was awesome.
Right?
Oh, wait, I thought you were talking about Diana's husband. You're talking about.
Yes.
No, we're talking about your dress and your beautiful synthetic sweaty, melty wig.
Yeah.
Billy
That
Diva,
jealous.
I'm really sorry about what you went through, because that was just horrible.
thank you so much.
And
Again, thank
Look
you.
at Jessica.
I just subscribed to your channel,
What am I
and
doing here?
once I
Subscribe
get
to
the
all
other
these
young
ladies'
ladies'
channels.
information, then I'll subscribe to y'all channels. And I'm
Oh.
very particular on who I subscribe to. I don't deal with no phony people or no liars. I hate a liar and I hate a fake.
Say
You
it
and me
And
again.
both.
Philly, I live in PA too, but I live across from you. I live down in York County.
Oh, I know York. I
I
work
live
for a
in
company.
Windsor, a little country town, Windsor.
Yeah, I'm familiar with like Cranberry, Harrisburg, York, out that area.
Cranberry? How cute.
Well, I'm like 55 miles from Harrisburg,
Okay.
which I don't really travel to because
It's
it's
Harrisburg.
wild up
Go.
there.
Yeah.
They have too
Y'all,
many
we are just at
shootings.
110
I live
likes.
out in the country where you can still leave your car doors and house doors unlocked.
Oh.
There's still some places like that here.
You guys,
Mhm.
why we have
Yeah.
like 160 some people here? Why are we just at 110 likes?
I've
Hit
been
that
telling
like
them to
think people
hit that
doing?
like button. People make me sick with that. They want to come over here and get all the gossip and don't want to hit the damn like.
Can't even
Hit
press
the
the
damn
button.
like.
One button. All you
hit
gotta
the
do.
It's
like button,
free. It
y'all.
don't cost you nothing.
Oh my god, I
Tori,
adore
and on
you.
that note, thank you so much for coming up. I
I
really do
love y'all.
appreciate you.
And
Love
thank
Keep
you,
you
giving it to
more.
ladies,
them in
for
the
all
chat.
your insight.
Oh.
I really enjoyed it. Y'all gonna pray for Ericka to go to prison.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna probably die before it happens.
Oh, on that note, Tori.
woman.
Good night.
See you
Good
later.
night. Sweet dreams.
I'm gonna bring up Lisa really quick. I'm gonna add her back to the stream, and then I'll pull you up, Kai. What's up, Lisa?
Hey, darling.
There we go.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Hey,
How
How's
y'all doing
Lisa?
tonight? Yes, I want
where
to
you
say,
at?
I'm sorry. I am so late. I'm so late, Mills. I'm so late. Hi, Shannon. I'm a big fan. The other two girls, I heard of y'all. I heard of you, housewife and story. I heard, but I heard some people say you got a good website. You got a good channel. And Philly, I'm gonna go and subscribe your channel too. Okay, okay.
Thank
So
you.
I want to say hi, but I didn't know what was going on with Ericka. Somebody explain what's going on with Ericka. Like, let's put it in just a little bit, because I don't know.
Let's do the
I
housewife
seen the
historian.
video.
You're the expert. How do you summarize this madness?
Her and Tom basically took identities of a person's dad and widow, and they told Bank of America that he was dead, and they got a fake death certificate, and they took about $24 billion and put it in a business account, and they bought the Spelling Manor. Nobody knew it.
What?
And now the person hasn't seen a dollar of their money, and they're paying $29,000 water bills for the Spelling Mansion because
Can
technically
they move into their spelling mansion because they own it?
You
Like,
talking about you talking
I
about
would
the
Airbnb
man? You talking
the
about that
heck out of
man?
it.
You talking about that man who Tory Spelling father mentioned?
yes.
Yes. The one and only.
Wow,
Yes.
Hey, Kai.
that's a
Shannon,
big
haven't
house.
seen you in a minute. Housewife historian, I just found you, I think like 2 weeks ago. I've been loving it. I've been watching your live. So Diva, I've
Awesome.
always enjoyed you.
Hey,
I
darling.
always poop Diana from the beginning, so I was not shocked nor surprised that she picked you out. And I'm also not shocked and surprised that we're getting this news because from the very beginning, I always thought that Ericka, you've already told us how you used to work in that law office. You've already told us how you were really into the finances and you were signing the taxes and you know where the money comes from and you know X, Y, and Z. So for her to come around and act all stupid and dumb like she doesn't know what's going on, and for her to marry this older man and all of a sudden he's sickly and he's been such a monster, but I'm going to drop him off at work and leave him be, even though I know he should be in a home because my grandmother was in a home. All of it always sounded a mess.
Wow.
Those are my first.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
Ericka, I'm
wow.
just feeling. She needs to bump her head. Yeah, you need to bump her head, baby. You need to bump your head. Keep on bumping your head, baby, honey. Because when they get through with you, child, you're gonna be done with. I mean,
I
I'm
think
just
she's talking to the
child.
feds. I
Housewives
I
is
mean,
also
I just don't
friends.
know what to say. I mean, because
Housewives
at first I
historian.
kept, at first I kept saying, at first I kept thinking, I said, last year, I don't think it would make me make. She kept telling them lies about the cars, the son and Tom, all everybody flipping cars. Ain't nobody went to the
Oh,
hospital.
in
I
the
said, girl, you're
snow.
lying somewhere. You lying somewhere. Alpha, stop lying about
Oh,
all the cars flipping.
there's
And
no
but now, and
silly.
then, and then this year, I was kind of be like, okay, pay deaf Africa, okay.
Oh my god.
She is the wife, okay? She is the wife, and I knew she was working there, but she was not like really. I don't think she was like. I think she probably like answered the phone. But now I'm hearing this right here.
Oh,
Girl, you need.
But
I don't know
she
what
was
to say
more than
about that.
answering the phone.
I was kind of give the
go ahead,
benefit
Kai.
of the doubt. You know,
Well,
saying that she was his wife.
Or not. Okay, go
She
ahead,
was
Kai.
his wife, and you know, she didn't know nothing, but now I'm hearing this right here. Chad, you need to go sit down. Get your ass off TV and stop lying, stop drinking with them drugs, honey. Now this really gonna make her get drunk now, honey. Chad, you wanna do something? Cause this is right here, this messed up. It
You're
really is. You
killing
need
me.
to go get, and I hope it's not true. Hope she be found not true, but if you took somebody else's identity, Ericka, you need to go to jail, okay? Because I had somebody steal my identity and file a tax with when them stimulus checks came out, somebody got a stimulus checks in my name not once but twice.
Oh,
You know,
it's terrible.
somebody they had when my check came in the mail because I'm not owing my money. And my girlfriend, they normally sent the money to the card, but they had sent a check to the house, and somebody went in our mailbox and got it, and they signed the back of the name of the check, and they put my name on the check. So I understand about that identity theft. It can ruin
Did you
you
have $27
and your
billion
credit for
too?
good. Huh?
Girl, did somebody steal your 27 billion too?
No, then I ain't got 27 million billion, baby. If I had that kind of money, I had that money locked up, baby doll. I'm just saying. But I mean,
Oh my god.
this is crazy. Somebody stole this Ericka, baby. I'm just saying, you need to go sit down somewhere, get you a good lawyer, stay your ass out TV and stop talking.
Yeah.
And put down the
And
round
Kai, I
ball,
think
okay?
Kai,
Just
hold
put
on,
down
Lisa,
the
one sec.
round
I
ball.
think Kai's been trying to say something for a bit.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
there she
Kai.
is.
no problem. I know. I
I'm
feel like
sorry, Kai.
Erica already told us though she was doing more than answering the phones because she said how she was really helping him also network. And the whole thing is we're seeing now that this has been a large network of giving money to politicians, giving money to the bank, giving money, paying this person off. So my thing is the way, which is why I Byron historian, I feel like we need to find out what said new because I feel like said always knew more than what she said. And also Diana is always questionable because the selling of that house, when I find out that she also sold that house at not asking price, and then that her energy drink brand was sued by the FTC for false advertising for health benefits, then being sued by the employees for not payment overtime and all that kind of stuff, being sued for being a Karen. And she said this, she said almost the same thing that Ericka said of
Which
how
was?
the husband was really happy for having her because she was important for him at networking. And that's how he was able to get the money to help save the bank in England. And so for me, I'm like, Ericka said the same thing about her working in the office, helping him network, helping him go to the events. And we're seeing now that the events is where everything goes down. Where
Okay,
you find
y'all,
the
we
people.
must, everybody, please focus on your screen. I personally was a
Oh my
fan of
God.
Garcelle's freaking coach. Are you mocking my Garcelle? What is wrong with you? She's
I love
Yes, he
Garcelle's
is. And he
coach.
looks
right with him.
crazy, and I like it. I'm
Okay.
here
I
for it,
like
Liz.
it.
I'm here for it because I mean, okay, yeah, I mean, I
It was
like it
an
too.
expensive coach, at
It's
least.
funny.
It was ugly though.
It's very funny, but
It was it was
mm.
Alice and Olivia. It was Alice and Olivia, but
I like
it was
it. It was
holiday. It
very
was
holiday.
Garcelle. Come
It was for the
on.
holidays.
It was.
I feel like I
I
liked it,
feel
but I feel like the
festive.
outfit overall could have been better.
Please don't nobody be like a go around here.
You're ridiculous.
Please don't be like a go on here, baby. A go hate. A go hate. Gossip fashion.
What I will say about this episode was it's very interesting to juxtapose Kyle's response to Ericka's drinking to her response to her sister's drinking. She had absolutely no love, concern, tolerance for her own sister.
But you know who was very even keeled on that and thought the same thing? Mother effing Kathy.
Oh, right.
Kathy
Mims is
said
going to
it.
be doing the book. Mims is doing the book by the guys.
Yeah,
by the way.
Kathy said, and to Eric, you don't think she's overdoing it? Like, keep that same energy. That same energy you had with our sister. See, this is why Kathy don't effing like her. That same energy. I need to go ahead and use one of my Audible credits for that book. I have
right, because weekly he's
or
going to be doing
just
this.
Tune in, or you know what, Philly Diva, you could be one of the people when I do a book reading. I have somebody with me, so I'm not only just reading it aloud, but we are kind of interpreting what they're saying. So you could definitely have one of those
that was fun last time you did it.
Last time it was Portia's book. We're gonna be
it
doing
was
that
enjoyable.
book.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna be.
I thought it was very. I thought it was very sad tonight to hear about. Especially when Ericka said she had got so drunk when she got home, she bumped her head.
I don't feel sad for her.
And I'm like,
I
don't believe it, and I really do believe that Dorit was happy that now she can talk about something other than the robbery. I think that Dorit was actually happy that she was able to sit down with her husband, even though it was about his DUI, to talk about something other than the robbery. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but the drinking is getting out of control with Ericka.
That's what you get for dissing freaking Garcelle.
Yeah,
I hope you get a
getting
rash.
out of control with Ericka. It was just so sad.
You too can get Garcelle's
and I still believe that Garcelle don't like nobody but Sutton. She don't like nobody but Sutton. So she had it out with everybody.
Well, I mean, they haven't given me a reason to like them.
You need to go sit down with that till
I just need to show this cup of my margarita.
Y'all put in this chat. Do you like this? Should we get together again?
Maybe you should ask us first.
Well, no, we're asking the people.
Give the people what they want.
Should we get together again? Because we didn't technically do the episode, and we can really get into the episode. This was just so juicy.
Yes.
It wasn't juicy, but I think there are things to discuss to see what they're.
The episode wasn't juicy. I'm talking about the lawsuit.
No, this was definitely a filler episode.
The episode was very fillerish. I just think there was interesting things of watching the ladies play out the game. Obviously, Kyle talked to Lisa about Ericka.
It was an episode.
And then obviously Lisa came to Ericka to have the setup. Obviously, they've been talking about Sutton. So Diana dropped a little dropped a little thing about Sutton when she was quote unquote apologizing to Garcelle. And then Garcelle goes to dinner with Ericka. She's been drinking, but her eyes are opening after the second year of going through this, even though it's supposed to be clearing up. So I don't know why you're still drinking and mixing meds if it's supposed to be getting better now. But, you've realized something. Sutton's a liability for Garcelle, even though you've just gotten served a lawsuit and you won't give back the earrings. And you're appealing to get back the earrings after you just gave them up because the judge ordered you to. And now you're in another lawsuit. But Sutton's a liability.
And that was
what about this?
Yes.
What about the fact that both of these women still had their original noses in this pic?
I gotta go, Mims.
Yo, that has to be like 2012.
Yeah.
No. Wow. Ericka looks like a whole. Is that Ericka?
Beautiful.
That's a different person. That's a different person. I didn't know she did. What? That's not Ericka.
I mean, she looked beautiful in this picture. I don't understand.
Was it Irv Ledger? Irv Leger?
Irv Leger.
Irv Leger. There you go. I mean, it is the original Ericka when she was buying a career with them victims' money. This is what she was giving to the public. Maybe this is why she didn't go further.
I secretly love finding the oldest photos of them and using them because that they hate that.
You and Mims are the same. This explains the connection.
Also,
he finds the ugliest
do you
photos.
follow Bravo Then and Now?
Oh no!
Yes, I don't follow, but I always end up with the reposts.
Portia bought her whole damn body. No. I love that.
Oh, the white! Don't
I posted him.
Right, I'm with you.
Yes,
we have fun over here.
I know you do.
This is my tribe apparently, and I've been missing y'all. So
Right.
We should definitely. We'll talk offline about
Why
that.
is everybody
It
trying
looks
to
like the
change their body and their faces and stuff? This
because they
stuff
got the money. You know,
gonna
it
get
starts to look
old.
good.
This
I
stuff
had
still
the
gonna
money.
sad.
Like
Ericka had good work. Let's not even lie. What
That's
we
great
saw
work.
when Ericka showed up on the scene to now, and what she looked like before, she had excellent work. Excellent. She had the best money could buy.
Oh yeah,
and
she
it
did.
showed.
Yes.
It showed.
Best money of someone else's. Yes.
Anyway, okay. So did anybody have anything to close out? Because this has been super fun, and I don't want to keep everybody. Everybody up here has a kid.
But
that they
why
have
though?
to put
Because
to
she was
bed.
out with a beautiful woman.
Who, Ericka? Are you talking about Ericka? Lisa?
I just wish somebody just tell me these women. I want somebody to please tell me. You can tell me, Shannon, whoever. Why these women doing all? They already is beautiful. Ericka's already a beautiful girl.
Because
Why
they all
she
want to
do
look
this
like a
much
Bratz
work?
doll. I don't
I'm
know.
not understanding.
She might have been beautiful on the outside.
I mean,
but she was dead
it's
on
still
the
gonna
inside.
sag.
No,
you
you
gonna
know
still get
why?
old.
Because they're trying to change their identity because they're all crooks.
I think it's because plastic surgery is status in Hollywood. Like
There you
it's
go.
almost
Oh.
like showing how much money you have by how much work you have.
Wait,
I
no,
just think
brother,
it shows how
sorry. I
insecure
mean,
you are.
you're right because there's a I think it's like there's another YouTube page like Lori Hill, and she talks like generally she tries to guess what people have, and it's so fascinating watching like you think like there's this one particular surgery is for mouth, and then you find out there's flip corners and all kinds of stuff, and it costs this much, and how you have to have one and two, and they have like threads that they put in your lips and put it in your nose to pull up your face. So I totally get the status because people. I feel like the time has changed where people will discuss what they get, and it's always it's always great to have the latest and hottest thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I highly recommend the lip flip for the record. Okay, anywho.
Can you pay to like get your walk redone?
Because there's a lot of
That walk. Oh my goodness.
Get the what be done? What you just say?
It was diabolical.
What did you just say?
A reflection of her personality.
like a gremlin.
The housewife historian was not prepared for the foolishness that we brought her tonight.
I love it. I love it. I swear.
But okay,
We're never gonna hear from her again.
We're gonna go ahead and close out, you guys. I'll talk to them offline and see if maybe we could do this again sometime because they are very busy ladies. Each of them has their own channel. We have dropped the link for everyone's channel. I suggest that everybody go and support all of these ladies because they are all killing it. Very, very different, very shady, all of them. Even the housewife historian, I was doing a deep dive with her today. She's shady too.
I know.
Thank you guys for coming. This was not my usual show, but I thought that this was way more interesting than what they gave us. So this was some reality. Thank you, Kai. Thank you, Toria. Thank you, Lisa. And thank you, Corey, for coming up. We will see you guys another day. Saturday, I'm coming back either for a confessions video or I'm doing my first House of Hilton book reading. So one of those two is happening.
Okay. If you subscribe and turn on your notification bell, you won't miss it.
Shannon, it was nice seeing you. Housewives, it was nice meeting you. Philadelphia, seeing you. Mills, I love you. Callie, I see you too. Love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful night, okay?
Bye, Lisa.
Thank you for sharing your time.
I don't even need to do an exit because Lisa does it. Bye, y'all.
Do an exit because